Listen to this. Sam Altman, a couple of days back, gave the US government a list of names. Your name is not on it. And that's why you can't use GPT 5.6. None of the three models, Sol, Terra, or Luna. You can't use it right now. I don't know how long you can't use it for, maybe never. Actually, at the rate that is going, maybe you'll never be able to use it. It's just crazy what's happening. The US government is actually sabotaging its own AI advantage. It's handing over China the AI war because just imagine a startup owner, someone who's just founded a business, he's got a great idea, it's something that can really be big. In China, wants to use frontier AI. All they need is a credit card and they get full access. But in the US, if anybody here wants to use frontier AI, they cannot. A startup founder, a CTO of a large organization, nobody is going to be able to use it unless you're in that list of small list of 15, 20, 25 people that the government have already approved. This is just unbelievable. We are handing over the entire business of frontier AI to China and other countries that are making frontier AI, which is basically China only. So why is this happening? I think it's probably because the White House thinks that you and I, we're just not smart enough or trustworthy enough to use this powerful AI. It's really troublesome how the US government has started to control AI models. They're not bothered about taking permission from anyone about explaining why it's happening, why they are stopping this. They're just controlling the models. Claude, Fable, and Mythos in just 3 days, they were absolutely banned, closed, shut down. And now GPT 5.6, also more or less closed down for everybody, except for, from what we know, a group of just 20 trusted partners who have been approved by the Trump administration. This is crazy. And because of this, Google is delaying Gemini 3.5 Pro to sometime later in July or maybe later in 2026. Sundar Pichai has seen what is going on and is thinking, if I release Gemini 3.5 Pro now, it's most probably going to get banned. So let's wait and see what happens. They're just waiting to see what's going to happen. 3.5 Pro, Gemini 3.5 Pro is probably going to be as powerful as GPT 5.6 and Fable. And you know what the fate of Gemini 3.5 Pro will be there. By the way, 3.5 Flash is already here. It's a great model, but Pro is going to be quite awesome. So they are waiting and watching. It just feels like the US government wants China to win the AI war. Nobody can understand what's going on right now. OpenAI announced 3 new models on June 26, Sol, Terra, and Luna ChatGPT 5.6, and it was instantly restricted to a small group of people, which the Trump administration has approved. Sol is the flagship model. Okay, there's this little thing over here that Sol likes to cheat. That's what you've got to know. That's another video, by the way. Sol is the flagship model, is better at coding, better at biology, the most capable cybersecurity system yet. And what did the Trump administration do? They didn't just say that we want access to the model. They wanted a list of anyone who would be allowed to use it. And Sam Altman had to do it. He gave them a list of a few who would be allowed to use it. The government vetted these partners and then only they are allowed to use ChatGPT 5.6. And how do you get it? You know, it's based on individual customer approval from the Office of the National Cyber Director, the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy, and the Department of Commerce. Are you crazy? You have to go through 3 departments to get frontier AI in the United States? We are going to be pushed back to, I don't know how much behind China and others who are even now creating frontier AI. OpenAI is openly criticizing what is happening. They're saying that by doing this, it's keeping the best tools from users, developers, enterprises, cyber defenders, and global partners who really need them, who actually need them. OpenAI is publicly complaining about the restriction. And it's so clear. June 9th, Anthropic launched Fable 5 and Mythos 5. 3 days later, the US government ordered them offline instantly, immediately. For everybody on Earth, nobody can use it. Of course, we know that it's because Mythos 5 was able to find vulnerabilities in the most sensitive systems in the NSA and US Cyber Command. And that scared off the government or whatever. But what they're doing now is actually preventing this AI from going into the hands of the very people who can prevent attacks on US and global systems. And you know what, guys? The Anthropic engineers who help build these models, who are in the United States but are not citizens, are not allowed to use it. So that means you're going to have a workspace where there's one guy who's an Anthropic engineer, is a US citizen, the other guy is not. So he can't use it and this guy can. Just think of that. And this is what we're looking at from the inside the United States. But if you look at it from outside the United States, let's say any country in the world, Spain, anywhere in Europe, Thailand, South Africa, wherever, and someone there wants to do something with frontier AI, what do? They swipe a card and they get the best Chinese AI to use and access. China gets the money, they get more incentive to do better frontier AI. And what if they want American frontier AI? I don't know what they will have to do. Fill a ton of forms, applications, give reasons, explanations, come over to the US to personally meet the department heads, I don't know what. This is not the way it's going to work. Everybody is they're just handing over the AI benefit, the frontier AI race, everything to China. And there are people who are saying that this Trump's executive order of stopping frontier AI from being handed over to people has created some sort of a licensing regime for frontier AI. Lots of restrictions and safety standards. And it's looking like it's creating some major red tape, bureaucratic, I don't know what. And some experts are saying that not only will it give China the advantage in the global AI race, it will also jeopardize the billions of dollars already committed to American AI infrastructure. Top experts are saying that what the White House has done is absolutely wrong. It's all right if they want to restrict this AI. But then create clear, transparent public safety standards, create transparent criteria, a process that applies equally across the industry. Create laws for AI systems, ways of preventing the wrong people to get it, and then allow everybody to apply. And whoever is genuine and has a real case, they should get it. No, they have not done any of that. They've just blocked it. A blank wall, nothing. So right now what we have is Fable 5, Mythos 5 completely shut down. Nobody can use them. GPT 5.6 is available to only 20 approved partners. Rest of the world has no idea what is going to happen. Gemini 3.5 Pro release is not happening now. And this is what it's looking like now in June, the beginning of July 2026. What will happen going ahead in December? How will large companies invest in AI and a platform when the access can be revoked by the government overnight without warning or an explanation? A lot of investment is going to get held up and maybe redirected somewhere else. And on Reddit and other forums, people are saying this particular instance with ChatGPT 5.6 is something like, they're putting it as ChatGPT 5.6 for thee, but not for me. And they are not wrong. Good, capable, brilliant people, founders, CTOs, startup owners are losing out on the capability to do something awesome with frontier AI because of what the government is doing. It makes me very frustrated. And I hope it makes you angry too. So that's it. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Do like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And see you in the next episode.